Hi, ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing? Yeah, that's the very trademark. That's how we introduce this program, The Life, every night. It's good to have you this evening on the live show of R4M Ready for Marriage. I'm prolific tonight, and we're going to be having a very, very interesting discourse, and it's only going to be very interesting simply because you're going to be participating, because this is supposed to be a dialogue and not just a monologue. Good evening one more time, and I hope you're having a very beautiful time. You're enjoying your evening with your spouse, with your partner, whoever it is. And I'm having fun right here in the studio. And one of my greatest joy is the fact that you are alive, and the fact that, I'm going to get to see some faces that I've missed. I'm going to get to hear your perspectives and a few comments. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you're just coming on live, please do well to like and to share. Do well to like and to share. If you're already a subscriber on R4M, please do well to share so you can have people like you also who have been benefiting from this platform get to enjoy what it is that we dish out every evening. All right, so tonight we're going to be having a very, 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 very interesting conversation. And like I said, it's going to be interesting only because we would have to do this talking together, okay? And I really hope we get a bit real. I really hope we get a bit transparent. So, yes, just say it as it is. I mean, if you talk something, maybe say, if you shoot you for leg, your ex might not be watching the program, so you are safe, okay? I put it to you, you are safe. You are safe, all right? So please do well to share your thoughts with us, all right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we make progress, for those who are just joining us for the very first time and you're wondering, what is R4M? Why do you have 2 letters and 1 digit in the middle? R4M simply means ready for marriage, and this is a platform where we make meeting your spouse easy, simply put. Where we make meeting your spouse easy. This is the very place where you can get to meet your dream man, you can get to meet your dream woman right here on R4M. Also, if you have questions, you have something you're a little bit confused about, and or you just need someone to talk to, you just want to vent, this is also that platform where you can feel free to reach out to us, come into our DM, and we will be right there to attend to you, okay? We place priority on your emotional health. We want you to have a very happy home, and that's one of the reasons why we do exist here on R4M. So let's dive. I'm very sure someone who works in a pool might discourage me from diving into tonight's topic because I don't have a lifeguard. But how many things do you really plan for in life? How guarded can you be in life? So I'm just going to dive. I'm not going to die, but I'm going to dive, all right? So I'm just going to dive into the topic tonight. And what is the topic tonight? Whew. When you meet that babe or when you meet that guy, you think what they do you? Yes, there's this guy that sang this song. What's his name? Something Martins. No be Obafemi Martins. Obafemi Martins na footballer. Something Martins. Is it K Martins? J Martins. I sang it. I hope she's not watching. I sang it for one of my that year. What's that song? Obi Muna Tom 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 oh not. J Martin, I don't nearly turn your song to Indian song. Obi Muna Tom Obi Muna Tom Muna Tom. Yeah. So when you meet that special person, when you meet that your spec, the thing go they do you jiggy jiggy. Yes, Nigeria don't sing songs so. As I just say jiggy, I just remember that old song where they say something my heart go do jiggy 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 bam bam. Kai! More than no verse. I don't know the kind of glucose where I drink. I don't drink anything. Be calming down. I don't drink anything. I'm just excited when it comes to love, and I'm sure you like it when you fall in love, right? But tonight we're going to be looking at what is the thing that now makes you to fall out of love. You're excited about this person when I start, and what do you call those things? Talking stage, yeah. You start talking stage, and you are turning soup with left hand. You are talking to the guy with right hand. The guy is driving. He's talking to you. The guy, in fact, there are some guys, but they did inside shower. They make call. Yes, that's why most guys now they like to buy phone that is written water resistant because they want to always to be talking to the girl that they just met and they're in love with. But now, what makes this beautiful stage, this beautiful feeling suddenly go sour is what we want to talk about tonight. It's what I also want to hear you guys talk to us about tonight, okay? So what makes you, or what made you fall out of love? If you fell in love, what made you fall out of love? Even though I understand that a lot of people say you're not supposed to fall in love, because when you use the term falling in love, it suggests that you entered into love blindly. Meanwhile, love is supposed to be an intentional decision that is informed, okay? An intentional decision that is informed. So it is not just merely a feeling. Yes, there will be feelings, all right? Because man is primarily, by man I mean both male and female. Man is primarily an emotional being, right? Man possesses emotions, but all that there is to a human being isn't just emotions, right? So what makes you daydream about a person, and then suddenly you really don't care anymore. Okay, so I'd like to hear from you, viewers. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Yeah, so I had to do this very long introduction because I wanted my my network to come up. So my network is finally up. My network is finally up. Okay, so first person we have tonight is Baba. I go use this microphone. They do drum. Then they no go pay me salary when I spoil the microphone. Okay, Mr. Mo, if you're watching this, how you day? How you doing? Missing you right here in the studio. Yeah, for 2 weeks I was away. Mr. Mo did a very, 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 very beautiful job. So the thing now, it don't come be like vendetta. Now in Maduro, come be like say I'll pay for my 2 weeks. I'm sorry. You see the reason why some of you now you are watching and you are upset. You are wondering, why is this presenter playing? Why is this presenter this energetic? Why is this presenter just laughing now? You know why you are feeling like that? It's because you are falling out of love. Me, I just fell into love yesterday. So you are now, you do me, jiggy, bang, bang. How did they do Alanta? Alanta, I'm in love, Alanta. But you see, when you fall out of love, nothing will interest you. Okay, so the first person we have tonight is none other but Aboki Surplus. Aboki Surplus, is it like you are impersonating somebody? Because I really don't understand. Aboki Surplus says, good evening, guy. How you doing? Where are you doing? Yeah. Aboki Surplus says, good evening, guys. How you doing? The only thing that is making me wonder if it's actually Aboki Surplus is the fact that Aboki Surplus can't put one smiley. Now, smiley have been an emoji, did they call her? Aboki Surplus put smiley. And the smiley is showing 42 teeth. And normal now they say adults now 32 teeth they get. But the smiley here, the smiley is showing that the owner is having 42 teeth. Come on now. In case you are falling out of love, I'm here to bring you back, re-engineer you. I'm here to reconfigure your genetics so that you will fall back in love. Part of the reasons why you have to be a part of R for M, because we will help you through, we'll journey through with you, help you through, pamper you, we'll show you empathy, we'll sympathize with you, but beyond that, we'll give you knowledge that will keep you solidified for the next important relationship, okay? So let me go straight to the gist for tonight before I go tire for me. So what makes you fall in love? Aboki Surplus is online. Maybe you should open the floor for your members that are yet to come on the live. Okay, so what makes you fall out of love? If there is any term like fall out of love, right? Just for lack of a better word. Or you could say, what makes you go cold on your partner? What makes you go cold on your partner? Again, if you're just joining this live, please do well to share. I'm doing exactly that. That's the reason why my head is down. Once I'm done sharing on all social media platforms, I'm going to face you, one-on-one, and then we're going to walk through this journey, and before you know, we're done. All right? So what makes you fall out of love? What makes you fall out of love? We'd like to hear from you. Please do well to like and to share this video. All right, do well to share this video so every other person can benefit. What is the, I just want to start from the end of one of the reasons in my head, and that is not a rhyme. That I want to start from the end of one of the reasons that's in my head. Okay, so I want to start with one of the reasons, but I don't know if I should start from the end or start from the beginning. Okay, but I really want to hear our suggestions. Now, one of the reasons why people fall out of love, or if you want to put it in proper English language, one of the reasons why people grow cold, because for most people it's a process. It doesn't just happen in one night. For so many people, it's not like they had an argument and then they just stopped loving each other. No, sometimes it is a build-up. Okay, sometimes it's a build-up that makes them, finally get tired, because every human being has a threshold, right? So, it could just be a build-up. So it might not be totally correct to say, it was a particular incident that led to a falling out of love or a growing cold, which is the reason why I use the word to grow. Growth is present continuous. Growth is a process, okay? Sorry, just give me 1 minute and I'm done sharing the videos, because I wouldn't want you to ask you to share videos and I'm not doing the same. So I'm trying to lead by example. Okay, so please feel free to jump into the comments and let us know why or what it is that makes people grow cold or fall out of love. So let me put in the Nigerian lingua, all right? Be like I don't need to speak English, so I'll just break it down, break it down. I'll just break it down, break. For English, I say English. For mathematics, they do HCF, LCM, highest common factor, lowest common factor. Then, if you want to solve some kind equation, you need BODMAS. What's BODMAS? Bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, something like that. So I want to break it down for you. Let me give you a summary before I give you the details. One of the reasons why people grow cold in a relationship or fall out of love, number one, which is a very major one, in Nigeria is see finish. Woo! See finish used to make people grow cold. Think about it. This is the part where they say Selah. See finish, see finish, see finish, see finish. See finish makes people see finish makes people lose that thing they used to adore in their partner. For instance, when you saw the girl, when you met the girl, what attracted you to her before you ever said a word was her smile. Okay? Some people like very bright smile with a grin. Some other people like a weak smile. I don't know if you can picture a weak smile in your head. So some people like a weak smile. I'm one of those people who actually likes a weak smile more than I like a bright, wide, energetic smile. So for some people, you met the girl, you loved her smile, and when you're about to sleep, you're just imagining your day and how she used to smile at you when you showered her with compliments and all of that. When you gave her that wristwatch that she's always talked about, or when you bought her that shoes and she wasn't expecting a gift from you, and how she smiled and then she pecked your cheeks. You're just imagining how your day went and you're imagining her smile. Then your guy can they give you problem for office and you call her up and you guys should meet somewhere, yada yada yada, and then you are saying something that is hurting you, something that is pressure from the office, and auntie is smiling and you're not getting it. Meanwhile, auntie has always been a smiley, and it's not like she's not listening to you, but for her, in her mind, that's the only way she's trying to diffuse the pressure while still listening to you. And then you're taking offense. And we don't really blame you for taking offense, because bro, you're under pressure. You're not meeting your target, and Oga shouts for you for office, So at that point, the same thing that attracted you to this sister might now be the thing you will now start complaining about. And you probably tell her that she's probably not sensitive. How can you be smiling? Meanwhile, this is not a very complete broad smile. There's half current smile. There's half current smile. But she's just trying to make you feel at home so you can open up better and talk to her, right? But that same thing becomes the very thing that you no longer appreciate. Or it could just be the fact that the guy checks up on you. Say we have 7 days in a week and the guy checks up on you 3 times or 4 times in a week, right? And you love it. And you actually articulated how you love the fact that he checks up on you. But then suddenly, you're beginning, that see finish thing, like, waiting. When you hear his car and he probably always has to park and then he will honk, you'll be like, if you're with your friends, like, my guys are around, you begin to arrange everywhere. Then suddenly, Oga go honk. He will knock. Who be that? Babe, it's me now. To open the door now. Then he opens the door. Maybe 2 of your friends are around. Hi ladies, how you all doing? Babe, have fun now, how you doing? Show me love now. It's like, now wow, every day person go they hug you. So every time, show you love. And you're talking to him that way in front of your friends. The very same thing he loved, the very same thing you also loved, suddenly has become commonized. This is one of the things that can make people grow out of love. After a while, this guy begins to feel you're resenting him, or he begins to feel he's not as special as he used to be to you, right? And before you know it, it begins to seep into your conversations. You begin to have the disrespect that isn't supposed to even arise in the first place, right? So, see finish, like I said, is I know see finish is not an English word, but I'm saying this. I know this beyond Nigeria, so I'm saying this for our audience in Nigeria. But we're going to look at other things that could be a challenge or a reason for people to grow cold or to fall out of love. Okay, so if you're just tuning in again, please do well to share your ideas with us, share your thoughts, what you think makes people to fall out of love. While you're sharing your ideas, also do well to share this video so it can have a far wider reach. So we've talked about see finish. What other reason makes people to grow cold or fall out of love? One of those things is, I'm trying to look for a single word so I don't make it a sentence. It still sounds like see finish, but it's not exactly see finish. One of those things is when you frequently visit your partner. So the Holy Book actually says that you should refrain, or you should reduce, or you should restrict your footsteps, okay? Reduce or restrain your footsteps from your neighbor's house, lest your neighbor becomes weary of you. So you can actually have somebody who really loves you, values you, but then because you always visit, the person loves you, but because you always visit, it just has a way of stealing the flavor of that relationship. Okay? Many times it's not even an intention. It's not like something you decide. It's just it's just human nature. You just lose, even in economics, right? In economics, we're taught that value is determined by scarcity. What makes something valuable, apart from the fact that it's supplying a need, one of the things that makes something valuable is the fact that it is scarce. So if, for instance, you have Gary everywhere, let's take religious crisis, for instance. Yeah, I know we're talking about love, but it's good we look at it from every ramification. So let's say, for instance, there's religious crisis. We've had religious crisis a lot in Nigeria, especially in the northern parts of Nigeria. So when there is before religious crisis, let's say Gary was, and what I'm talking about is years ago. It's not in this regime of economic drama. So let's say in the year 2000, right? In the year 2000, a mudu of Gary was, say, 90 naira. Or let's just have a round-off figure, 100 naira. A mudu of Gary was 100 naira in the year 2000. Then suddenly there was crisis. We don't pray for crisis. But then there was crisis, and then people couldn't go to the market to buy. People who probably used to travel from the east, places like Enugu, to use the 911 truck to bring down to the north, suddenly they can't travel because the road is not safe anymore. Probably there are barricades and a whole lot, right? And then you here can't step out of your house or anywhere to just get from a retailer to get your Gary of 100 naira per mudu, simply because there is religious crisis, yeah? So now that there is a challenge, what happens? There's no longer traveling or transportation, of these products. And also in your vicinity, it has become scarce. What then happens? Whoever that has Gary in their house becomes king. He or she might not have fettuccine. Fettuccine is just pasta in Italy. Is a type of pasta. So you might not have fettuccine or the chicken, whatever, but it's just Gary. It's the Gary where we get. Now we get them from Nigeria. But suddenly it's scarce. You can't just find it everywhere, right? You can't find it anywhere. What then happens? This is what happens in Nigeria. We suddenly have the prices skyrocket. So what you used to buy for 100 naira, that was because it was everywhere. Suddenly it can skyrocket to 400 naira. So they tell you it's either you buy or you forget about it. Now I can bet you that the value that you place on that Gary before will not be the same as when it has become scarce. That is the same way value is perceived. Yeah. So there's perceived value, and there's actually that's just for another day. So when you have someone, there's just something about not giving everybody. There's something about mystery, right? One of those words is enigma. I like people who are enigmatic. So while you're getting to know the person and you just think you've really known the person, then you see another side to the person. But you see, you can't exactly know all of that if you always see this person by proximity and always spending time all the time, right? There's a saying that you don't get to see the frame while in the picture. You have to be out of the picture to see the frame. So there are certain things that your blind spot would not show you because you are always frequently visiting this person. And let me just chip this in. Being in a relationship doesn't mean that you lose yourself. Remember, being in a relationship is a union of two people. A person doesn't marry himself, right? Even though we have a lot of craze right now that is going on in the world of same-sex, marriage and all that. That's not what we're talking about. But a person cannot marry themselves, right? The best you can hear is self-love, which people talk about and take to an extreme. But you can't marry yourself. Relationship is something that has to do with a union of people, right? So in coming together, no matter how you find a point of compromise or equilibrium, you still don't lose who you are, your personality. In fact, you shouldn't lose who you are. If anything should happen in a good relationship, it should be that you improve. It should be that your partner inspires you, not push, but inspires you to become a better person, right? So when you begin to lose you, right, then there's a problem. So when two people come together, okay, when two people come together, they're supposed to become better people. They're not necessarily supposed to lose their flavor or their personality. But that could happen, or you might not see the juice, the flavor in your partner when you always frequently have to see your partner, okay? So having said that, let me just check the comments if we have anyone in the comments section. Let me see if we have anyone in the comment section. My network is a bit slow. Sorry, we're still coming up. So we're still talking about today's topic, which is what makes people fall out of love, or what makes people grow cold. What makes people grow cold when it comes to love, dating, and all of that. Another thing I would like to share with us before I get to see the views and the comments. Another thing is unforgiveness. Yeah, unforgiveness. I just spoke with a friend before this live show who is married, and very beautiful, I loved the fact that she wasn't just telling me sweet nothings. She told me how she really can get upset with her husband and all of that. But she said it is a rule that they never go to bed without talking about what they didn't like from each other. They've never had to sleep with a grudge. While she said that, the man was there, and the man quickly also said that they've never had a difference. They've never had to settle a score where that involved a third party that warranted for them to call any of their parents or call any friend, in fact, to even come sort them out. And that was really amazing. And I respected it. Are they saying there are no issues? Of course there are issues. Are they saying there are times they don't disagree? Of course they. In fact, if you don't disagree in your relationship, well, you're lying to yourselves. Because you're two different personalities, two different value systems, right? With a few things that you have in common. So, but that ability, that maturity to be able to say, I was really hurt. I know I appreciate this thing. However, I value what we share over our differences. is beautiful. So one of the things that make people fall out of love is when they don't forgive. It's when there is unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is a major thing that makes people not to continue in love or to fall out of love or to grow cold while in a relationship. Another thing in same thread when you talk about unforgiveness is lack of communication. Lack of communication. I've heard this. I've heard this said over and again about men, that men don't communicate. It's kind of like 50-50. It's like saying, it's like when we heard those sisters that say men has come. It's not true. Okay, that's an exaggerated extreme. Okay. In fact, I don't believe men has come. I don't believe women has come. I just believe that there are people that some people make mistakes, other people are intentional in hurting other people, but I can't really call anyone is calm. Okay, so yeah, do men communicate? Yes, they do, but they don't exactly communicate properly. I would rather put it that way. And I'm not saying that because I'm a man. Men don't communicate as they should. Some men, not all men, okay? Not all men. There are some men that are very expressive and they've been able to master the art of communication. But most men find it a bit difficult. And in fact, for such men, sometimes they expect that their silence in itself should be communication, right? But being in a relationship, it's a totally different ball game. So I like how a lot of people say it. We don't read minds. And well, that's actually a line that most men use. You know, when the lady, now let me come to the ladies. When the lady, you know, when the guy asks, I think almost every man can relate to this. When the man says, babe, how far now? I'm fine. Babe, are you okay? Yes. Babe, you know they answer me 1-1 now. What? Babe, are we quarreling? No. But babe, you're not talking to me. I'm fine. So how did the market worker go? Fine. Did you meet mommy? Mommy said you should stop by the shop. Were you able to make it? Yes. Madam, you did not used to talk like that before. And you are telling Oga he should not worry. Oga must worry. Did you get? So communication is really key. And it's not just a one-sided thing. It's not a gender thing. Some other people also can use lack of communication to gaslight. Yeah. Some people can use lack of communication to manipulate. So when you begin to do that, when you begin to communicate less, it has a way of making the relationship go cold. Okay? So let me jump quickly into the comment section. I see my comment section. Woohoo! It's bubbling. Okay, we have Isaiah Oladunjoye. I hope I really got that correctly. Isaiah Oladunjoye. Hi, hello, how you doing? Yes, you're a popular face. I know this name, but it's been a while I saw you, or probably Namide miss in action. But it's good to see you, Isaiah. It's really good to see you. How you doing? How you really doing? How you doing? It's good to have you on live show. Israel Olayemi, good evening. Good evening, Israel Olayemi. It's good to have you, and I really would want you to share some of the things you think makes people go cold. Someone they were really excited about when they met. Someone that, I mean, they were head over heels with. Suddenly, when they mention the person name, you just he's that one. You know, I like to hear your view. I like to hear your points. So yeah, Israel Olayemi actually gets to share with us. Israel says, thank you for today's topic. You're welcome, Israel. Israel, hope you are single. We have 3 sisters. You see, I've not even read your comments finish. I can tell that you're a man that understands gratitude. You are very... Plenty people will come, they will learn, they will judge, they will even quote, they will even wait till be that English. Hey, what's that English? They will even plagiarize. Thank you. They can even plagiarize some things you say. but they will never say thank you to R for M. Thank you, Israel. God bless you. So Israel says in his comment, he says, thank you for today's topic. I have been in a situation like this, and this is stressful to solve because it looks like you don't know the other person. My brother, I can relate and I feel your pain, okay? I'll read that again. Israel said, thank you for today's topic. I have been in a situation like this, and this is stressful to solve because it looks like you don't know the other person. Yes, Israel, I totally agree with you. It is stressful, and I want to add one more word. It is frustrating because you know this person in a type of way, and then now you're trying to, if there is a challenge that the person is not telling you about, you're trying to tackle that challenge, but you're still not understanding the person based on what the person has shown you, and you're trying to tackle the issue, and the person is showing you a totally different thing that you have never known, and you're just left guessing, which leads me to my next point of what makes people grow cold. Assumptions. Wow. Assumptions. Assumptions has caused a lot of relationships to scatter. Some relationships that were even built on stone have scattered because of assumption. And if you know me very well on this show, you know I am not for or against any gender. We just share the little we know and we listen to you so we can also learn, okay? And personally, I am not out for gender war. I've said it on my personal page over and again. You don't find me do gender war. You don't find me say men are this, women are this. I don't do that, okay? But the truth is, let's look at this objectively and not emotionally. Many times in relationships, the people who, many times, I'm not saying all the time, please, okay? Don't misquote me. Many times, the people who assume a lot are usually the ladies. And that is not exactly a bad thing, because if you look at it critically, biologically, it is just their makeup. Men and women both have emotions, but women express and think many times through emotions than logic, right? So a man would, something happens on the spot, a man might not react. He will pause to understand what just happened. No, explain to me. No, wait, this thing you just did, just explain to me. What gave you the impetus to say or to do this thing? That's a man. He wants to tackle it objectively. He wants to be sure he's not overreacting, so that when he now overreacts, he can be justified. A woman might just act spontaneously and then catches herself. Some women, okay? So assumption is something that has really caused a lot of rift and has made a lot of people to grow cold in their relationships. I remember it was in the year 2020. Did I say 20? No. Yes. It was in the year 2002. Yes. In the year 2002, I heard a man speaking and he quoted someone and he said, assumption is the lowest form of knowledge. And from that very day, I decided consciously that I will not assume. As a human being, sometimes I assume, but as much as possible, I've been able to try to put myself in check so I don't assume stuff, okay? So assumption is deadly when it comes to relationships. Assumption is deadly. Let me give you an instance of an assumption. If you see, social media now, we project a whole lot of things which are terrible, and we have a lot of conspiracy theories. We have a lot of propaganda. If you don't like somebody, you can go and dig up a picture or a story that does not, and just fabricate a story around it. And I will see people in comment section just begin to say, hey, I knew it. That's how this person is. And you don't even know jack about this person, okay? So imagine me as a guy, okay? I get in, let's say it's a secondary school reunion, okay? Let's say it's a secondary school reunion. I've been out of secondary school more than 2 decades now. And then, I've not seen someone in maybe 23 years. And we go for school reunion, right? Duh. I see the ladies, I see the guys, everyone is grown with their children now. And I see my guy, probably my seatmate I've not seen in 23 years. And I go to hug him. Then you now take a picture of me and you post it on Facebook. There's a prolific is gay. Then you just see people jump. Yes, I knew it. That prolific. There's just something about him. Do you see the way he don't used to look at women? No, it's only guys. The way he used to shake guys. Does a normal guy used to shake guys like that? We did do them. A lot of us, especially Nigerians, we did do them. So hello, it's my school reunion. It's my seatmate. It's my guy. Then I hug my guy. You snap picture. You extract them. You put for Facebook, say, do you people know prolific is gay? I'm not gay. I will not be gay. I will not ever be gay. But you screen grab it. Then you run with assumption. Let's assume that I have, now this is a good assumption. It's in context of what we're talking about. Let's assume that we have a lady who I'm dating and she sees my picture. If that lady really knows me and she's matured, she could just laugh about it and say, babe, now wow. Now you they say don't turn gay. Now you know your eye no fit leave my body. Do you understand? But some of that lady will be like, why do I feel like there's something fishy? Why would anybody just wake up and take my boyfriend's picture and say he's gay if not that truly there's something fishy somewhere? Assumptions. Okay? So assumption has really caused a lot of rift and made people grow cold in relationships. Okay? So we're going to take one more comment as we begin to round off for tonight. We're almost out of time. So I'm going to take one question or one comment from anybody who is online today. Okay? I'd just like to do this again. Behind the camera, I have my guy. We even quarreled before this event. But he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing guy. We have Mr. Rex behind the camera. He's doing a very great job. I don't tell him we'll go start one show. You know one here what. I want to make him blue. Very gifted guy. But he's behind the cameras as usual. We also have Aboki Surplus. Aboki Surplus is doing a very good job helping with PR and all of that. We also have Mr. Paul on the system helping with the live streaming. Thank you guys. Thank you for making this job beautiful with R4M. R4M is family. R4M is home. We're colleagues, but we're friends. We're brothers. We're sisters. We also have ladies who work with us, and we treat them like sisters, okay? So I just needed to say that quickly. Okay, so we're taking the last comment or the last question. So I'll just make a very quick review. I started by saying the topic for today is what makes people fall out of love, and broke it down to say what makes people grow cold when it comes to relationship. And the first point I gave was see finish. Okay, see finish in Nigerian lingua. See finish. See finish. See finish. Let me even touch something a little about see finish also. See finish is that thing that makes you know that your guy earns 100K. Then your guy now says, babe, you've been so good to me. I want to buy you a phone of 600K. Now, you don't say, babe, that's so thoughtful of you, but you know, you're earning 100. Don't stress yourself. We should use money and do other things. You don't sound that sensitive. You now say, if they call boyfriend, they buy phone, 500K. You said we go come out. That's it, finish. The way Mr. Paul is laughing, be like saying babe don't do it before. Mr. Paul, that's the reason why you broke up your relationship. I'm just joking. Do you get? That's it, finish. That's it, finish. Or your babe likes a particular top and she tells you coffee brown is my favorite color. By the way, coffee brown is my favorite color. I tell now. So if you're a lady and you want to buy me coffee brown shirt, I've not worn any this year. Okay, so you're a guy and your babe loves coffee brown top. But you notice that every time she visits you, now that coffee brown she dey wear. Instead of you to start mock her, guy, just shock her. Buy one fine, correct, maybe lacy coffee brown, top. And surprise her with it as a gift. Or a different color, just to have a feel of something new. Okay? So you don't let see finish. You don't let you don't become too familiar with the person you are dating and expect to still have that person as a special person to you. Okay? So I'm going to take the last, I think this is a question from Israel Olayemi. Israel Olayemi, you've been so active today. Thank you so much for joining us again. Israel Olayemi said, how do you solve the issue of assumptions with your lady if she see you the other way around when you have issues? Okay? Israel is asking, he's saying, how do you solve the issue of assumptions with your lady if she see you the other way around? I have an answer for your question, Israel. But before I give you an answer, because you see, when people ask questions, it's very good for you to calm down and answer them, because there are things that work, there are things that sound correct on paper, but they might not be applicable in real life, okay? So I'm not one of those kind of people that just start give you, do this, don't you know. So the first thing that I want to say on a general note is that there are some people that no matter the effort you make, now I'm not talking about your babe, Israel, I'm just saying on a general note. There are some people that no matter the effort you make, that is who they are. Or let me not say that's who they are. That is how they've been brought up. That is how they've decided to be tailored and stay that way. If you've seen people who have trust issues, no matter what thing you do, they just believe, say, you date with somebody, you are cheating on them, okay? You might not be able to do so much, because the more you do stuff, the more drained you feel. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Israel. The more you try to do stuff, but does that mean you shouldn't play your part? No, you should. So in regards to your question, which is, how do you solve the issue of assumption? I'm going to say, both of you are adults. You can't control or decide what she wants to believe. The best you can do is play your own part. And what is your own part in this situation? Communication, transparency. If, for instance, I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just going to give an instance to buttress my point. If she is feeling insecure, for instance, that maybe there's a particular female friend of yours that probably something is going on, first thing is talk about your relationship with that friend. One, if that friend is a childhood friend, for instance, explain the reason why you guys are as close as you are. And then further tell her how important she is to you. And further even tell her that, hey, you are the only girl in my life. And that doesn't mean I'm going to discard every lady in my life. However, because this thing is important to you, I'm going to make effort to reduce the proximity, to spend more time with you. That is one way that you can earn your lady's trust. And then beyond saying it, you can actually go ahead to do that. Now, I know people who are of opposite sex and they're in a relationship with somebody else, but this other so-called friend or bestie, they call you 1 a.m. and wants you people to chat till 4. Hello? It has happened to me where I'm dating someone and then I want to reach out to her. And then this was the days of extra cool. This is a babe that we dey chat, we dey call, long calls. And then suddenly you are telling me that you are not feeling calls. You don't feel like talking long on the phone. And that's okay. When in a relationship, I respect that. Then suddenly, I try 1 day, try 2 days, call you during extra cool time. This was 2007. And he's always telling me you're on a different call. And then I found out that she was on a call with my friend. That's just for another day. But what am I saying? Communicate. You can't force an adult to believe you, but just play your part. Make everything transparent. If you're going somewhere or you are somewhere, oh babe, how you doing now? I'm in so place and this is what's going on. You're not reporting like you are a child or you are in bondage. No, it's just the respect you have for her. Now, if you do all of that and you keep your communication clean and transparent, and the person still chooses, okay, still chooses to assume things, then, my brother, don't be my mouth to go hear him. You understand? But what am I saying? You just play your part, okay? You just play your part, and hopefully she's going to catch up. Sometimes people have gone through heartbreaks because they had a cheating partner, so they meet somebody who really loves them, and they're just scared. Sometimes we're not meant to just push people away. Sometimes just see beyond the assumption and see that they're actually scared. They just want you to reaffirm your love, okay? So you just suck it up, tolerate a little more, and then help them through that phase of their life, okay? I think that's all we're going to take for questions. If you have a comment, please feel free to comment. Well, I think this is the best we can do for questions because we're running out of time. I don't know about you, but I mean, I enjoyed tonight's live. And I'm also very excited that we have a couple of you online tonight. Okay, so, I totally apologize. I'm just seeing a particular comment and a question. I didn't see this. So I'm just going to take this. This is going to be the last question and, what's it called? This last question and comment I'm going to read. I actually skipped it. It wasn't intentional. I apologize. And that's coming from Aboki Surplus. I'm so sorry I didn't say it. So yeah, Israel Olayemi said, thank you for the response. God bless you and the team. Israel Olayemi, you're a good man. You're a good man. And my prayer for you is that your babe will stick to you and you guys will grow together and hopefully, tie the knot and enjoy your relationship. Personally, I have enjoyed your comments tonight. Thank you so much. And Israel is saying, God bless you and the entire team. Thank you too. God bless you, Israel. We just had Presh Annie join us. Hi, Presh. How are you doing, Presh Annie? Presh says, thanks for the ideas. It's nice. Thank you so much. It's a delight. Thank you for following. And please do well if you have anything, comment. Feel free to share so we all learn as well because that's what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm just going to read this comment, this question. We're done for tonight. Aboki Surplus. Woo! Okay, so Aboki Surplus's comment. Wow, surpluses. Aboki Surplus's comment says, falling out of love can be caused by lack of attention, commitment, and honesty. Very, very vital. Very, very profound. I totally agree with you, Aboki Surplus. It says, falling out of love can be caused by lack of attention. Especially, I think by tomorrow night, I'm going to be talking about, should I tell you people? No, I will not tell you, so that you will come for tomorrow night. I will not tell you, but I already have a topic for tomorrow. So, Aboki Surplus says it can be caused by lack of attention, commitment, and honesty. These three things are very huge, especially when you know that your babe or your guy, because attention is not just for ladies. There are a lot of societal beliefs that we have that is just whack. Things like men should not cry. I beg, is an obese lie. Men should cry when they can't help it. I'm not saying men should wail where you have like 30 women crying. The women are crying like this. Then the man is wailing. They roll for poto poto. The women, they hold her. Daddy, calm down. The man, they roll. I want to die. I will jump into the grave. No, that's not what I'm saying. Men, it's okay to cry. Okay, it's okay to cry, but, don't come and go and wail. And you're supposed to give somebody strength and support, and you're not doing that, okay? So, if you know your man, men also need attention. That's just what I'm trying to say. It's not just women. Men also need attention, especially you have stress from work and stuff, and you need someone to talk with. Or sometimes it's not even stress. Sometimes you just want to have the feel. You just want to have a name, that special person's name, just show on your screen. No? Sometimes you don't even want to hear the voice. You just make it just be say you did with your guys, then your babe just they call you. You get. Men also want attention. Women also want. So if your girl or lady wants attention, or you know that's a primary love language of theirs, please give it to them. Please give it to them. If you can't give it to them, there's no point saying, I beg you myself, if you too do. No. No. People whose love language is attention don't necessarily mean that they want everybody in your life kicked out. No. Have the people, have your friends, have your colleagues, but let there be a balance. Let it not be that your lady wants to talk and you're not there and she's confiding in someone else. Over time, Omo, now own goal. All right? So, attention, commitment, very important, commitment. Because you can be hanging around a lady or a guy and not be committed. Okay? There are people who just spend time, but they're not committed. What does it mean to be committed? It means you're putting the other person first and you are thinking about what is my responsibility in this relationship and you are doing it. That's commitment. Commitment also is that I am shutting down my options. I am building something serious with someone and I want to understand how this person, what love is to this person, and I want to give it to this person. That's commitment. Okay? Commitment is not being fireworks. Commitment is not escalating with everyone. Commitment is sticking to someone. And then finally, honesty, as Aboki Surplus said. So Aboki Surplus has a question and he says, tell us more about Aboki Surplus, if I knew this question was not serious, I wouldn't have told the public that you have a question. Aboki Surplus says, tell us more about your falling in love yesterday. Oga, Siba, in literature, my English, my phone doesn't come back. In literature, there's something called literature don't finish. In literature, there's something called figurative expressions, and there's something called literal expressions. So me saying I fell in love yesterday was actually a figurative expression to say I'm just in a happy mood. Okay, so it wasn't. I didn't mean it literally. Why I like gossip like this? It's not good for your destiny. It's not good. Aboki Surplus want me to come out. So if children I won't fall in love yesterday, you want me to come and be telling people? Leave us alone, Jare. So ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very, very interesting night. It's been a very, very interesting night. And please, some of you are not sharing these videos. It's not good. It's not good. You see people like Preshna is saying the ideas are nice. Thank you. If the idea is not nice, we should say the idea is not nice. But don't just say thank you. Share it. Somebody like Israel now. Israel has really engaged and I like it. But we check whether he himself he shared the video. Okay? But you guys have been amazing tonight. We're far behind schedule. We have to round off now. Tomorrow, we're still going to be here 7 p.m. And just in case you're not aware, we're running a photo contest for R4M. We're running a photo contest to get the face of R4M. Okay? So we're running a photo contest here on Ready for Marriage. You know, say you fine. You know, say you get swag. You know, say you sabi pose. Please send in your pictures. Come into our DM. Ask questions. We're going to guide you on how to go about it. And then get your family members, your village people, your local government chairman to engage, to push. And this is free. You're not having to pay money. You're not having to pay us to send your picture. Just send your picture and then make sure people engage and you follow us on all of our social media platforms and you're good to go. Okay? You're good to go. And the prize, the star prize actually is 1 million naira. Yeah, 1 million naira is the grand prize. We also have a 200,000 naira and 100,000 naira. Either way, sorry, a 500,000 naira. So either way, if you be fine boy, if you be fine girl, there's nothing to lose. Also, if you are a photographer and you feel you're not a good model, you just want to stand behind the cameras and snap very beautiful people, please do well to liaise with your models, talk with them. If you win this thing, how it go be? Is it going to be 50-50, 60-40, 70-30? How do we share the money? And then get the consent. Please, it's very important. Get the consent of your models and then go ahead to send in your pictures. Okay? So thank you so much. It's been a very wonderful time. Yes, thank you also, Presh. Thank you so much. We're really delighted and we're glad that this program is being amazing and it's helpful. So we're going to be back here again, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Gosh, I want to see you guys much more. Thank you to the team. Thank you, R4M Media. God bless you and have a pleasant night's rest. I'm prolific.